But what if I told you that among those ordinary coins, a hidden treasure could be waiting, a coin worth more than a house, a coin that could change your life in a single discovery? Today, we're diving into one of the most elusive and astonishing coins in American history, the 1952 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent. A coin so rare, so profoundly valuable, that collectors are willing to pay astronomical sums, sometimes reaching millions of dollars, for the right specimen. This isn't a story about ordinary pennies. This is a story about a coin that defies the ordinary, and might be sitting quietly in your pocket or in a jar of spare change. The Lincoln cent of 1952 is already iconic, but the no-mint mark variety carries a secret that very few people truly understand. First, let's decode the mystery. Back in 1952, pennies were minted in both Philadelphia and Denver. The Denver coins bore a small, unassuming, D mint mark, while the Philadelphia coins, some of the most prized today, were minted without any mark at all. Simple, right? Not quite. Because within that seemingly ordinary Philadelphia coin lies a hidden world of errors, anomalies, and rare variations that make it extraordinarily valuable to collectors. You see, the 1952 no-mint mark penny is not just a coin. It's a puzzle. Experts have documented multiple striking errors on these coins, errors that were never meant to exist. Some coins exhibit double die obverse, where the date and lettering appear doubled ever so slightly, almost as if time itself had stamped the coin twice. Others feature off-center strikes, misaligned dies, or even missing letters in the word Liberty. Each of these anomalies transforms an everyday penny into a rare masterpiece, a one-of-a-kind collectible that can fetch eye-popping prices. And here's where it gets truly jaw-dropping. In recent decades, verified sales of top-condition 1952 no-mint mark pennies have reached staggering figures. Collectors have reportedly paid as much as $244,000 for a single specimen in pristine condition. That's right. A coin that was once just a piece of copper in your pocket now commands nearly $250,000, if not more, depending on its condition, its rarity, and the exact nature of its striking errors. Can you imagine that? What you once considered spare change could actually be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. But the value doesn't stop there. The 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln cent occupies a unique place in numismatic history. It represents a moment when the U.S. Mint was transitioning, experimenting with dies, and adjusting production methods in ways that occasionally created spectacular mistakes. These errors were few, and that scarcity is what drives the market. Every year, collectors and investors scour the country, combing through rolls of pennies, searching for that rare coin that might be worth a small fortune. And while most people pass by the 1952 penny without a thought, experts know that the right coin in top condition is like a hidden treasure chest waiting to be unlocked. Now, here's a question for you. What makes a coin leap from being mere currency to becoming a multi-million-dollar collectible? It's all about condition, rarity, and story. A penny that has been handled, scratched, or dulled by decades of circulation will never reach the high-end market. But a coin that has retained its original luster, its crisp edges, and its flawless detail? That's where the magic happens. And the 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, when found in such impeccable condition, can command prices that seem almost unreal, numbers that could turn a casual collector into a serious investor overnight. And the stories of discovery are as dramatic as the coins themselves. Imagine walking into a coin shop, an old wooden counter before you, a bag of pennies in hand. The dealer casually flips through your coins, and suddenly he freezes. That familiar copper shine catches his eye, but it's the details, the subtle doubling, the perfect strike, the absence of a mint mark, that make his heart skip a beat. He reaches for his magnifying glass. His eyes widen. And at that moment, a single, unassuming penny has just changed the course of someone's life. Think about that one penny. Just one coin that could transform decades of ordinary life into something extraordinary. That's the allure of the 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. It's not just metal and design, it's history, its scarcity, and its raw potential. Every collector dreams of it. Every investor longs for it. And yet, for most people, it remains hidden in drawers, jars, or old coin rolls, quietly waiting to be discovered. But there's a catch. Not every 1952 no-mint mark penny is a life-changing treasure. In fact, the vast majority are worth only a few dollars. The secret lies in finding the perfect specimen, the coin that combines flawless condition with rare striking errors. That's why every discovery is a potential headline, every auction a heart-pounding thrill. And for those who manage to locate one of these rarities, the payoff is as thrilling as it is shocking. Let's not forget the human element. Stories of ordinary people stumbling across these coins, never knowing the fortune they held, are legendary in the coin collecting world. There's the retired schoolteacher who found a pristine 1952 no-mint mark penny at a garage sale, later selling it for a life-changing six-figure sum. Or the avid collector who spent decades studying rolls of pennies, only to finally hold in his hands the coin that would make him a millionaire. These aren't just anecdotes, they're proof that hidden wealth is out there, lying in plain sight, waiting for someone daring enough to look closely. Now, ask yourself this: could that change jar on your dresser, that dusty old tin of pennies in the attic, hold the coin of a lifetime? Could it be the 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln cent, with its flawless strike and secret error, waiting for your eyes to find it? History tells us yes. Because these coins exist, they've sold for jaw-dropping sums, and they continue to surface in the most unexpected places. And here's the final, astonishing truth: the 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln cent isn't just a collectible, it's an opportunity. It's proof that even the most ordinary objects can hide extraordinary value. It's a reminder that treasure can be found in the most unlikely places. And it's an invitation, a call to every coin enthusiast, every dreamer, every person who has ever wondered if a simple penny could hold the power to change everything. So, the next time you pick up a penny, examine it closely. Look for the signs, the absence of a mint mark, the doubled letters, the crisp detail that has survived decades. Because among those millions of ordinary pennies, there could be one single coin capable of delivering an extraordinary fortune. The 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is more than a coin, it's a story, a mystery, and a potential legacy. And for the few who are willing to look closely enough, it could be the discovery that defines a lifetime. Could this be your moment? Could the coin that changes everything be hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to recognize it? The 1952 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is out there. Rare, elusive, astonishing, and perhaps, just perhaps, yours to find. But what if I told you that hidden among the countless pennies in circulation lies a tiny, unassuming coin that could make a millionaire out of someone like you? Not someday, not maybe, but potentially today. One such coin has been quietly thrilling collectors and shocking the market for decades: the 1946 no-mint mark Lincoln cent. And the stories surrounding it are nothing short of astonishing. Imagine holding a coin that, at first glance, seems ordinary. A familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln, a humble copper sheen. But in the world of rare coins, looks are deceiving. What sets the 1946 no-mint mark penny apart is not just its age, it's the hidden errors, the elusive anomalies that turn a simple penny into a treasure worth staggering sums. You've probably seen coins listed online for a few $100s, maybe even a few thousand. But this coin? In top condition, some have sold for over $344,000. Yes, $344,000 for a penny that could be sitting in your own change jar. And that's not the ceiling. Reports and auction history suggest that depending on rarity, grading, and preservation, the value could climb even higher, potentially reaching into the millions. What makes this coin so rare? It's subtle, almost invisible to the untrained eye, but glaringly obvious to experts. In 1946, the U.S. Mint struck Lincoln cents without a mint mark for circulation in Philadelphia. The minting process that year was largely routine, except for occasional die errors. And die errors? They are the secret sauce of coin collecting. A doubled die, a misplaced date, a misaligned minting strike, each flaw is a whisper from history, a unique signature that cannot be duplicated. Some 1946 no-mint mark pennies display doubling on the date or on the word Liberty, creating a subtle but collectible anomaly. Others feature a weak strike, giving Lincoln's profile an almost ghostly appearance. Then there are the off-center strikes, die cracks, and filled die errors that make a single coin a one-of-a-kind marvel. Imagine holding a penny where history has left its fingerprint, an accidental artistry preserved in copper for nearly 80 years. And here's the kicker: these errors were never intended. The mince presses were precise, mechanical, designed to churn out millions of uniform coins. But like all machines, sometimes they faltered, creating coins that collectors today hunt with obsessive zeal. One small imperfection could turn an ordinary penny into an object so rare that auction houses fight over it. The market for these coins is nothing short of dramatic. There have been documented sales of 1946 no-mint mark pennies in pristine, near-mid condition that shattered expectations. Imagine entering an auction, thinking a coin might fetch a few $1,000s, and seeing the hammer fall at $344,000. For a single penny. One coin. Can you feel the pulse of that excitement? The rush of opportunity? This is why collectors across the United States obsess over their change jars, checking every coin for that subtle telltale sign. But it's not just the money. There's a story etched into every 1946 penny. A post-war America, rebuilding, growing, striking coins that would circulate for decades. And in one press in Philadelphia, a small imperfection crept in. Almost no one noticed. For decades, it remained hidden, quietly passing through hands, slipping into cash registers, pockets, and drawers. Until the day a collector's sharp eye caught it. And in that moment, the ordinary became extraordinary. Now ask yourself, how many coins in your own collection, or maybe even your spare change, have stories like this? How many pennies have you tossed aside, unaware they might be worth more than your rent, more than your car payment, more than you ever imagined? The 1946 no-mint mark Lincoln cent is a testament to hidden opportunity, to the thrill of discovery, to the life-changing possibility that a simple penny could alter your future forever. But finding one isn't easy. It requires knowledge, patience, and a keen eye. Not every 1946 penny is valuable, of course. Condition matters. Sharp details, minimal wear, clean surfaces, these are the hallmarks of coins that can fetch astronomical prices. Grading is everything. Coins graded MS65 or higher by professional services are the ones commanding hundreds of thousands of dollars at auction. Coins with even the slightest imperfections? They still have value, but nowhere near the stratosphere. And this is where the suspense truly builds. You never know which coin could be your treasure. You could be holding the next $344,000 penny in your hand right now, or it could be tucked in a dusty coin roll at your local bank. The thrill isn't in certainty, it's in possibility. Every glance at a pocket full of pennies is a brush with destiny. Every coin examined is a potential life-altering discovery waiting to happen. Now picture this: you hold a coin up to the light, scrutinizing the date and Lincoln's profile. A subtle doubling catches your eye, or a faint die crack glimmers like a secret signature. Your heart pounds as you realize, this isn't just a penny. This is history. This is rarity. This could be your moment. Collectors describe the feeling as intoxicating. The 1946 no-mint mark penny doesn't just represent value, it represents chance. Opportunity. The thrill of discovery. It's a coin that transforms the ordinary act of handling change into an adventure, a treasure hunt with real stakes. And for those who find it, the rewards are not just financial, they're personal. Pride, recognition, the thrill of having uncovered something no one else noticed. Why now, you might be wondering, how can I spot one? How can I tell if my coin is a hidden gem? Start with the date, 1946, with no mint mark. Examine the word, Liberty, and Lincoln's face for doubling or weak strikes. Look for off-center features or subtle die cracks. If it passes the initial eye test, consider having it professionally graded. Remember, in this world, precision is everything, and a professional grading can be the difference between a few $1,000s and hundreds of thousands. The story of the 1946 no-mint mark Lincoln cent isn't just about coins. It's about dreams. The dream that a small, overlooked item can change everything. That opportunity can arrive disguised as the mundane. That luck, preparation, and knowledge converge in a single moment to turn an ordinary person into a collector who struck gold, figuratively, and sometimes literally. So, what about you? Could your next glance at your coin jar reveal a hidden fortune? Could a simple penny in your hand today become tomorrow's headline? The 1946 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent proves that the world of coins is full of secrets, and the most valuable treasures often hide in plain sight. The lesson is clear: pay attention, look closely, never underestimate the small and overlooked. That copper disc in your pocket or purse could carry a story older than most of us, a history of mistakes, minting errors, and human imperfection that makes it one of the most prized coins in the world. And if you're the one to uncover it, you're not just finding a coin, you're finding possibility, excitement, and a chance at a life-changing discovery. So the next time you handle a penny, don't just toss it aside. Examine it. Feel its weight. Study its features. Somewhere in those small, unassuming discs lies a secret waiting for someone with the patience, knowledge, and luck to uncover it. And maybe, just maybe, that someone is you. The 1946 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent, a coin that proves fortune favors the vigilant, that history rewards the observant, and that even the smallest object can hold the power to change a life forever. Could your next treasure be a penny? There's only one way to find out. What if I told you that a single coin, sitting quietly in a drawer, a jar, or even a pocket, could change your life forever? That something as small as a Lincoln penny could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars? Today, we're diving into one of the most elusive and jaw-dropping coins in American history, the 1950 mint Mark Lincoln cent. A coin so rare, so misunderstood, that collectors around the world have been left both stunned and obsessed. And by the end of this story, you may be reaching for your own coin collection with completely new eyes. It all begins with a simple, ordinary penny. One that at first glance seems no different than the ones you've been tossing into jars for decades. But the 1950 Lincoln cent is anything but ordinary. Minted in Denver, this penny carries a hidden legacy of errors and anomalies that have confounded experts for decades. What makes it so valuable? Why are collectors willing to pay sums that could make someone's jaw hit the floor? The first secret lies in its minting process. In 1950, the United States Mint was experimenting with dyes and metal compositions, often producing coins with subtle but significant variations. The 1950 penny, in particular, is notorious for what collectors call die cracks and double dies. These are not just cosmetic flaws. They are errors that make each coin a singular work of numismatic art. Imagine a tiny Lincoln, etched perfectly into copper, but with anomalies that whisper secrets of a time when minting was both an art and a science. Every crack, every doubled line, could be the difference between a common coin and a rare treasure worth hundreds of thousands. But the story doesn't stop there. The true magic, and the suspense, lies in the market itself. You see, coins like the 1950 mint Mark Lincoln cent have shattered records. Reports reveal that in pristine, top-tier condition, some of these pennies have sold for staggering amounts, figures that make even seasoned collectors blink. One particular sale, documented in the numismatic community, reached a jaw-dropping $444,000. That's nearly $500,000 for a single penny, a coin that many of us might have once considered worthless spare change. And here's the question that keeps collectors up at night: could your own pocket change be hiding the next 1950 mint mark? Could the coin you pass over at the grocery store, the one at the bottom of a jar, be the key to financial freedom you've only dreamed about? Every jar of pennies, every dusty drawer, suddenly becomes a potential treasure chest. Now, you might be thinking, surely only experts can spot these coins, right? That's where the story gets even more thrilling. While expert grading and magnification can confirm the highest value specimens, some features are surprisingly visible to the naked eye, if you know what to look for. The placement of the mint mark, subtle doubling on Lincoln's profile, and unexpected die cracks that run like lightning across the coin's surface. These anomalies are not random. They are the fingerprints of history, frozen in copper. Each imperfection tells a story, each line is a breadcrumb leading collectors closer to a fortune. But here's the twist: not every 1950 Lincoln cent is a golden ticket. Millions were minted that year, and most remain humble, everyday pennies. The thrill, and the risk, lies in finding the rare ones, the coins that hide extraordinary value in plain sight. Think of it like searching for a needle in a haystack, except the needle could be worth hundreds of thousands, and the haystack is the spare change you've ignored for decades. As collectors discovered over the years, the market for these coins is unpredictable, almost electric. One day, a coin might sell quietly at auction for tens of thousands. The next, a pristine specimen could break the $400,000 barrier, making headlines and leaving everyone scrambling to check their own collections. There's an almost cinematic quality to it, the thrill of the hunt, the uncertainty of discovery, and the life-changing potential lying dormant in an unassuming coin. And if that isn't suspenseful enough, consider this: some of the most valuable 1950 pennies were not found in mint condition holders, but rather in circulation, forgotten, lost, or tossed aside, only to resurface decades later. It's as if history has a way of rewarding patience, knowledge, and a keen eye. Every day, someone somewhere discovers a coin that flips their world upside down, a coin that was hiding in plain sight, a coin that proves the impossible is real. Let's pause and imagine it for a moment. You're holding a small, copper penny. Your hands trace the tiny portrait of Abraham Lincoln. The mint mark, subtle yet significant, sits beneath the date. Suddenly, a realization hits: you may be holding the coin that collectors dream about. Your heart races. Could this be the one worth $444,000? Could this be the one that changes everything? The possibilities are as thrilling as they are terrifying. But knowledge is power, and understanding the 1950 penny's nuances can mean the difference between treasure and disappointment. Look for clear mint marks, strong strikes, and evidence of die errors. Examine the coin's edges and surfaces for anomalies that whisper their rarity. These details, seemingly minor, can dramatically increase a coin's value. In the world of numismatics, the devil, and the fortune, is in the details. And here's the ultimate revelation: coins like the 1950 Lincoln cent are more than currency. They are time capsules, relics of history, pieces of art, and for some, life-changing investments. They bridge the gap between past and present, connecting you to the meticulous hands that minted them decades ago. Each penny is a story waiting to be told, a secret waiting to be uncovered, a potential fortune waiting to be claimed. So what does this mean for you, right now? It means your change jar, your forgotten drawers, even the coins you pass off as worthless could be hiding a secret of unimaginable value. The 1950 mint mark Lincoln cent is proof that fortune can appear in the most unassuming forms. It's proof that history still has the power to surprise, to inspire, and to transform lives. The final question is yours: will you let these pennies slip by, or will you look a little closer? Will you uncover the hidden errors, the doubled dies, the die cracks that could be worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions, of dollars? The 1950 Lincoln cent isn't just a coin. It's a challenge, a mystery, and a promise. And for the collector willing to seek it out, it could be the discovery that changes everything. Because sometimes, the most ordinary object can hold the most extraordinary secret. And in your hands, that secret might just be a 1950 Lincoln penny waiting to make history, and make you rich. Imagine holding in your hand a coin that could turn an ordinary day into a life-changing event. A coin so rare, so elusive, that collectors around the world would give anything to claim it. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing treasures in American numismatics, the 1954 mint mark Lincoln cent. But this isn't just any penny. Hidden within its humble copper surface are errors, anomalies, and secrets that could make it worth up to a staggering $500,000, or even more in rare cases. You've probably seen a 1954 Lincoln cent before, maybe in a jar of old coins, or slipped between the couch cushions. Most people toss them aside without a second thought. But what if that coin is the key to a fortune? What if, sitting quietly in your drawer, is a piece of history that collectors would fight to own? The 1954 penny isn't just metal, it's a doorway into the world of serious wealth and unimaginable discovery. Here's where it gets fascinating. The Denver Mint, where this coin was struck, produced millions of pennies that year. But only a fraction bear the D mint mark with the precise characteristics that make them extraordinary. Experts have identified subtle yet shocking errors that occur in only a handful of surviving coins. Errors like doubled dies, where letters and numbers appear twice in a ghostly echo, tiny die cracks that run like lightning across the coin's surface, or variations in the mint mark itself that instantly distinguish a common penny from a rare, collectible treasure. And these errors aren't just curiosities. They are the gateway to unimaginable value. In the rarest, pristine conditions, these coins have been reported to sell for as much as $544,000. That's right, more than $500,000 for a coin that most people wouldn't even give a second glance. It's a mind-blowing thought. Something so small, so ordinary, could hold such extraordinary power. But how does a simple penny reach such astronomical values? It all comes down to rarity, condition, and history. Coins are graded on a scale from worn and common to flawless and virtually untouched. The 1954 D penny in mint condition, known as MS-65 or higher, is a unicorn. These coins survived decades of circulation without losing their sharp detail, their original luster preserved, their errors perfectly visible under close inspection. Collectors crave these specimens, and when they appear at auction, the bidding wars can be ferocious. Think about that for a moment. One coin, a little piece of copper stamped in 1954, can spark auctions that rival the intensity of rare art sales. Millions of dollars can change hands in the blink of an eye, all because someone recognized a hidden anomaly that most would never notice. Could that penny lying in your change jar be hiding the same secret? Could it be the next 1954 D mint mark Lincoln cent destined to fetch a fortune? Let's take a closer look at the errors that make this penny so sought after. First, there's the famous double die error. On certain coins, the word Liberty or the date appears doubled, as if the coin has a shadow. It's subtle, almost invisible to the untrained eye, but to collectors, it's a defining feature, a mark that transforms an ordinary penny into a rare, highly coveted piece. Then there are die cracks and die chips, tiny imperfections in the minting process that become permanent hallmarks of authenticity. These anomalies tell a story, whispering secrets of the minting process, of machines that misfired, and human hands that shaped history. The Denver Mint was notorious for such variations. In 1954, quality control was high, but not perfect. Coins with minor mistakes slipped through, and over time, those mistakes became golden tickets. The perfect coin with the right error, preserved in top condition, is a treasure that commands attention, admiration, and, of course, wealth. Now, you might be wondering, how often do these coins actually appear? The answer is both thrilling and terrifying. They are exceedingly rare. Only a handful exist in top-grade conditions. And even fewer have ever reached the auction block. That scarcity is what drives the value. Each coin is a one-of-a-kind artifact, a moment in time preserved for eternity. When a coin surfaces, collectors swarm, and bidding can spiral to shocking heights. One report cites a 1954 D penny selling for over $500,000 in pristine condition. That's more than most people make in a lifetime, all for a coin smaller than a thumbnail. But here's the most exciting part. You don't need to inherit a treasure chest or strike gold in a mine. Sometimes, these coins show up where you least expect them. In old coin jars, in rolls forgotten in drawers, in boxes of loose change passed down from grandparents. The potential for discovery is real, and it's thrilling. One moment you're flipping through your pocket change, the next, you could be holding a coin worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Can you feel the suspense building? Because here's the kicker, even if you don't find a coin that tops the $500,000 mark, the 1954 D penny still holds incredible value. Mid-grade examples with minor errors can sell for thousands, easily outperforming rare collectibles that get overlooked by casual collectors. And if you're a serious coin hunter, this is exactly the kind of find that changes everything. One lucky discovery can propel you into the world of high-value numismatics, opening doors to auctions, collectors, and a network of enthusiasts who live for these once-in-a-lifetime moments. So, how do you know if you've found one of these rare coins? It takes patience, a trained eye, and sometimes, a professional grading service. Look for doubled letters, die cracks, unusual mint mark shapes, and any subtle irregularities in the date. Keep an eye on the coin's condition. Luster, wear, and edge sharpness matter more than you might think. And don't rush. The thrill is in the search, in the anticipation, in the possibility that your next coin could be worth a fortune. Imagine the moment you hold a top condition 1954 D penny in your hand, knowing it could sell for $500,000 or more. The coin isn't just a collectible, it's a symbol of opportunity, a reminder that treasures can be hiding in plain sight. Every day, ordinary coins pass through your hands, but once in a while, one of these extraordinary pennies emerges from the shadows. And when it does, lives can change forever. Could this be your lucky day? Could the coins you overlook every week be the very ones collectors dream about? The truth is, opportunity favors the curious. Every coin you examine is a chance to uncover history, to witness an era that survived decades, to hold a tangible piece of the past, and potentially, a ticket to unimaginable wealth. The 1954 D Mint Mark Lincoln cent is more than a coin. It's a story frozen in time, a whisper of history that can still shock and inspire today. It's proof that fortune often hides in the smallest, most unsuspecting places, waiting for someone bold enough, curious enough, and patient enough to find it. And remember this, each coin has a secret, a story, and a value that far exceeds its face. It's a reminder that even the tiniest things in life can hold extraordinary power. So, what are you waiting for? Go through your change, search that forgotten drawer, open that old coin roll. The 1954 D penny is out there, and it's waiting for the next person who has the vision to see its true worth. One coin could be the start of a journey that changes your life forever. The question isn't if a treasure is out there, the question is, will you be the one to find it? Because when that coin finally lands in your hands, when you spot that double die or the perfect D Mint mark, you'll know the truth. Fortune has a way of finding those who are ready. And maybe, just maybe, the next story we tell will be yours. Imagine holding a coin so ordinary, so seemingly insignificant, that it has spent decades quietly tucked away in drawers, jars, and the bottom of your pocket change. A coin that, at first glance, is just a penny. But what if I told you that this penny, the 1940 No Mint Mark Lincoln cent, could be worth more than your wildest dreams? Millions of dollars, to be exact. Yes, millions. And collectors are paying staggering sums, with some pristine examples reportedly selling for as much as $644,000. But there's a twist, a hidden secret lurking in its metal that can turn an everyday penny into a fortune. The story of the 1940 No Mint Mark Lincoln cent isn't just about money, it's about mystery, error, and the thrill of discovery. It's a story that starts with a tiny, unassuming copper disc, stamped in 1940 at the Philadelphia Mint, the only mint producing these coins without a mint mark. To the casual observer, it looks like every other Lincoln cent you've ever seen. But among the millions minted that year, some coins carry hidden flaws, rare errors, and subtle anomalies that can turn a simple penny into an astonishing treasure. What makes this coin so extraordinary? It's all in the errors. Experts have identified several variations in the 1940 No Mint Mark penny, from doubled dies to die cracks, and even slight misalignments in Lincoln's profile. These are mistakes that occurred during production, tiny imperfections that escaped the scrutiny of the mint's inspectors. And in the world of rare coins, imperfections are treasures. A small doubling on the date, a faint but discernible crack running through the design, these aren't flaws, they are keys. Keys that unlock unimaginable value. Imagine discovering one of these pennies among your loose change, a coin no one else recognizes, and suddenly realizing it could be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. How would that change everything for you? Collectors call it a sleeping giant. The 1940 No Mint Mark Lincoln cent has quietly amassed a legendary reputation in the numismatic world. While most coins from 1940 might fetch mere dollars, the rare errors and pristine specimens command eye-popping sums. Some of these pennies, with perfect strike and flawless surfaces, have sold at auction for prices that rival luxury cars, rare art, and even small homes. $644,000 for a single penny. Pause for a moment and let that sink in. A single 1-cent coin, a coin you could find in your pocket right now, has reached this astronomical value. And it's not just the money, it's the thrill, the adrenaline, the rush of being the one to find it. Imagine sifting through your collection, or maybe even the loose change in your drawer, and spotting that subtle anomaly in the date, or the faint doubling on Lincoln's shoulder. Your heart races. Could this be it? Could this be the coin that changes everything? This is what collectors live for, and this is what makes the 1940 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent a legend. But let's dive deeper, because the story only gets more fascinating. There are documented cases where minor variations, almost invisible to the untrained eye, have propelled coins to unbelievable heights. A slight die crack on the reverse, a small repunch date, these are details that most people overlook. But for collectors, these details are the difference between a penny worth $1 and a penny worth hundreds of thousands. And the demand? Insatiable. Coin enthusiasts across the country are hunting these errors with a single goal: to claim a piece of history, and potentially a life-changing fortune. So, how do you spot one? What should you look for? The key is the date, the absence of a mint mark, and the subtle anomalies that whisper, rare, if you know where to look. Examine the digits of 1940 closely. Look for doubling, for inconsistencies in the lines and curves of Lincoln's profile. Check the rim and edges for tiny die cracks. Some errors are obvious, others almost ghostly, requiring a trained eye or a jeweler's loupe. But here's the thrilling part: sometimes, the most valuable coins are hiding in plain sight, overlooked by those who never even considered that a common penny could hold the key to unimaginable wealth. The market for these coins is fierce. Auction houses report sales that can send shivers down your spine. Collectors have been known to pay hundreds of thousands for a coin in top condition, and it's not just about owning a penny, it's about owning history, rarity, and a story that few will ever experience. The 1940 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent isn't just money, it's a legend in copper, a tangible link to the past, a one-in-a-million opportunity that sits quietly in the shadows, waiting for discovery. And here's the most compelling part: you don't need to be a millionaire to get in on this. Some of the most stunning finds have come from ordinary collectors, people who simply noticed something unusual while sorting through change or inherited collections. Imagine stumbling across a coin that no one else recognizes as valuable, a coin that experts will fight over, a coin that could instantly elevate your financial and personal story. That's the allure. That's the dream. And for the 1940 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent, that dream has become reality for a fortunate few. But beware, the stakes are high. Every expert knows that condition is everything. The difference between a penny worth $10 and a penny worth $644,000 is in its preservation. Flaws, scratches, or signs of wear can dramatically impact value. This is why top-condition coins command such jaw-dropping prices. This is why collectors will pay without hesitation when the perfect specimen surfaces. And this is why you need to examine your coins carefully. Because hidden among the ordinary, the mundane, the everyday pennies in your possession, there could be a rare gem waiting to rewrite your story. And so, the question lingers: could the next life-changing coin be in your possession right now? Could it be quietly sitting in a jar, in a piggy bank, or lost among other coins on your desk? Could you be holding a 1940 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent that carries with it the potential to transform your life overnight? The answer is, astonishingly, yes. And the thrill of discovery, the rush of knowing you've uncovered something extraordinary, is priceless. Collectors, dreamers, and treasure hunters know that rare coins are more than metal. They are opportunity, history, and legacy. And among them, the 1940 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent shines as one of the most thrilling and rewarding finds imaginable. With errors that whisper secrets from the past, with market values that shock the imagination, with stories of fortune made overnight, this coin is a siren call to anyone willing to look closely, think boldly, and act swiftly. So the next time you reach for a penny, pause. Look closely. Study the date, examine the details, and wonder. Because in a single copper disc lies the potential for wealth, for discovery, for a story that only you can tell. The 1940 no-mint Mark Lincoln cent isn't just a coin, It's a portal to dreams realized, fortunes won, and a world of numismatic mystery waiting for the brave, the observant, and the daring. Could your next penny be the one? Could the ordinary become extraordinary? Could a coin you hold in your hand right now make history, and change your life forever? The answers are waiting. And the clock is ticking.